tens of thousands of the US and Japanese troops will begin a massive island landing exercise in the Pacific. This week as part of joint military operations seen as a warning to China that Washington backs Tokyo over Beijing's claim to Japanese-controlled islands. Speaking aboard a Japanese warship Monday, Lieutenant General Kevin Schneider, commander of the U.S. Forces Japan. Both Tokyo and Beijing claim the Senkaku Islands, known as the Diaoyos in China, as their own, but Japan has administered them since 1972. The prospect of any Japan-China military face-off over disputed islands holds even more gravity because the U.S.-Japan Mutual Defense Treaty obligates Washington to defend the islands as if they are American territory. Chinese vessels have been spending record amounts of time in the waters around the islands this year, drawing condemnation from Tokyo. Said the exercises would demonstrate the ability of the U.S.-Japan alliance to deliver combat troops to defend the Senkakus or respond to other crises or contingencies. The U.S.-Japan exercises, named Keen Sword 21, have been held biennially for more than 30 years. This year's exercises run through to November 5th. The U.S. has been steadfast in the commitment, as echoed in Schneider's comments on Monday. The U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo included the Senkakus dispute as one of the areas in the Indo-Pacific where he said China was instigating territorial disputes as part of a pattern of bullying its Asian neighbors. Plus a frigate from Canada all focused on landing large forces on islands around Okinawa, 250 miles, 400 kilometers, to the east of the Senkakus. So the U.S. and Japanese military presence in the Pacific this week adds visual heft to statements that Tokyo and Washington stand united over the Senkakus and beyond. He's overseen Japanese naval deployments to the South China Sea, which Beijing claims almost in its entirety. The fleets include some 9,000 U.S. troops, a U.S. aircraft carrier strike group, more than 100 U.S. military aircraft, more than 37,000 Japanese troops. Tensions over the uninhabited rocky chain, 1,200 miles, 1,900 kilometers, southwest of Tokyo, have simmered for years, and with claims over them dating back centuries, neither Japan nor China is likely to back down. Flotilla of 20 Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force warships, 100 Japanese military planes. Since becoming a Japanese Prime Minister in September, Yoshihide Suga has been pushing Japan's support for a free and open Indo-Pacific. Visiting both Vietnam and Indonesia to strengthen Japanese ties with those countries that also have claims in the vast waterway.